Well, hello everybody, and welcome to MoonDay festivities. Oh, I'm ready to do it. Let's do it.
Our number one troll, guys. Jose is in the house. Everyone, welcome Jose, our number one troll. Troll responsibly. You know it, man. Only Jose does it well.
I'm still stuck on that thing about Jose J.G. Gonzalez being a wanker.
Now that's not trolling, Jose.
But Jose, you seem to be talking through me a lot.
So this is about the character, Jose. This is not about the argument.
That's my problem with Jose, is that he's saying just straight up
I'm
BS.
still stuck
He's just trolling.
on that.
Yeah, he does seem to be trolling. I agree.
It's crazy. It's crazy trolling.
He doesn't play. He's not playing the neutral place. I mean, I'm more neutral than Jose's. Put it that way.
But Jose, you seem to
Jose,
be
you
talking
in a
through me a
mood
lot.
today, bro?
So this is about the
You know what,
character,
Jose?
this is
I
not
totally
about
agree with you.
Yeah, I don't
That's
know.
my problem with
I don't know
Jose,
about
is that
Jose.
he's saying
I've
just
got to be honest, Jose. Of the
straight up BS.
two resident globe heads,
Yeah, he does
you
seem to be
are
trolling.
my favourite.
Crazy. It's
Jose
crazy trolling.
GP is responsible trolling, okay? I
I'm
don't know what you
more
mean
neutral
by
than
is responsible
Jose,
trolling.
put it that way.
Oh,
No one's got time for that. So, responsible trolling is okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about Jose.
I've got to be honest, Jose. Of the two resident globe heads, you are.
All right.
I kissed a guy.
Nautical miles are and nautical miles, okay?
You know, just this angle now gets wider. It's much wider. Wider here. But look what happened here. Frame.
A sextant and a map. And you want to take this one off first. Make sure that valve is good and tight. We could get a little bit of spitfire. Terrestrial refraction. But that's about it.
Here on the
Daily Boom,
in a metal retardation center costing
PayPal and Super Chat.
will be built is to identify all of the causes of mental retardation and to develop more effective techniques of treatment and rehabilitation. The ability to prevent mental retardation is our ultimate goal. To reach this point,
YouTube, Discord, participants.
and the federal government have all come a long, long way.
Now, many of these
Flat Earthers.
so severely retarded that it would be difficult, if not impossible, to take care of them at home. So all we can offer them is good care and sympathetic understanding. But there are others
Flat Earther.
in these institutions who really need not be there. Those are the ones that are classed as trainable or educable, and you'll hear more about them later.
Are we resorting to comedy hour now? Obviously. Gravity. La La Land is reserved for special people that double speak, that say open is closed, closed is open. La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity. Obviously. La La Land, La La Land, La La Land, we are in La La Land. Gravity, gravity, obviously.
Are you ready? Call your mama, call your papa, call your friends. The festivities are about to begin. Boom.
Hello, folks. This is Barack Obama. You are watching The Daily Boom with my man, Jose JG. Boom.
Boom. Oh, hell yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from Squeaky Earth to the YouTube universe. This is Jose JG Boom. Happy to be here in this episode of the festivity. And that's squeaky. I need to know, do you hear some drums? Okay, I think I hear drums. Oh well. The buttons that you need to click, all the buttons in between down there of all sorts. Likes, comments, joins, Discord, PayPal, Super Chats, all those buttons. Click them. There's a PayPal link pinned in the chat box. There's a Super Chat in the chat box also in the bottom. And there's a poll that everybody needs to vote on. The moon is. You got 4 options. Choose the one that fits the best. The moon is either hologram, cheese, magic, or squeaky. Please cast your vote now. Thank you for being here, everybody. We have Zep Tepi. Hello, Zep Tepi. Trismegistus, you look naked. Extra J, what up? Marcus Dresden. Marcus thinks the balanced truth is a moron. Maybe. Real Cygnus, yo. Did you guys enjoy that extended intro with the nautical and sky models? I like him a lot. Oh, right. And a little Spitfire. Sub Extra J. Cuso, Puerto Rico. Boom. Has anyone paid Arwin yet? He needs new pants. I got pants. I'm wearing pants. Arwin sucks, says Marcus Dresden. Oh, Flat Earth for life, Chiso. Shout out to Sean Smith. Charlie Welsh is here. Very good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Shout out to Marcus. He liked my intros. He loved my intros. Thank you very much. Discord server Daily Boom is open for business. If anybody would like to join, feel free to join us now. I got the yawning thing going on. There's a link for the Discord server that we are on. It's called The Daily Boom. If you are not a part of it, please join now. Also, I'm posting a link also in the chat box for the Discord server Daily Boom and There you got it. Arwin only wears pants with special fabric, so he needs donation. I only drink special juices, so I need donation. My special juices. Ah. Shout out to the JG clock. Shout out to the bendy level. Shout out to the temperature. I got long sleeves, but it's still 80 degrees. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. That makes it 25, 26, 27 degrees Celsius. Shout out to the fancy. Mabit. This is French. French. Whoa, what is the angle? Angle make it look like the microphone is his peep. Weep. Okay, sorry. Shout out to all the frogs in Squeaky Earth, of course. I was unable to do the live show yesterday. I wanted to do it, but I was really busy doing stuff yesterday in the morning, and I cleaned up my thing. I haven't painted the door. I gotta paint that door, man. It looks ugly. Might be white paint somewhere. Paint it. You know what? I can paint this door and draw a big Puerto Rican flag in it. Like, we already got the stripes. Like the stripes. Draw the 3 stripes and do the triangle in the top. Do the big triangle there and the star. Oh, that's a good idea. I might do that. I might record me a video of me doing that and then upload it. I need to see if I got red and blue paint. Red, blue, and white. I need the 3 of them. In the Daily Boom Discord server is where we at. We need to look at the moon, because we need to figure out what the moon is. You guys, the votes are coming in fast. 18 votes. Most of the people believe that the moon is squeaky. I know the Earth is squeaky, but in close second place, magic. A lot of people believe the moon is magic. Cheese is in 3rd place, and then a hologram. Maybe Arwinians think is hologram. Sensible people believe it's cheese. Very sensitive people. Sensitive. A bunch of us believe it's magic, and then majority believe it's squeaky. You know, the Earth squeaks. Might as well the moon might squeak too. What do you think? I don't know, man. It's got me thinking. It might be squeaky too. If I would have voted, I would have voted squeaky. Neighbors walking around. One big girl and one small girl. They look similar, but the small girl is the mom and the big girl is the daughter in that situation. Shout outs to that family. Beautiful people, beautiful looking people. Justin Franks, what's up, man? Steve Wilson. Real Cygnus. Dave Murphy's Thermos. Whoa. Okay, we need to figure out what the moon is. So, is this a symbolism that I'm throwing right here? Or is this symbolism? Want to take a screenshot? Want to take a screenshot? There we go. Zeptepi think that the local moon is too far away to find out what it is. What I need, I know there's on the interwebs, flowing around in the interwebs, there is a high quality image of the moon. High quality picture, image, photograph of the moon. Do anybody want to share that over here? And I will really appreciate it because we need to share that on this on screen. We need to share that on screen and we need to analyze it. We need to analyze the moon inch by inch. We need to comb it. We need to comb like a comb, like when you brush your hair. We need to comb the moon and figure out what it is. I want to bet money that I don't have, but I'm sure that I'm going to win. I bet that I will find like neighborhoods on the moon, maybe warehouses, maybe buildings, pyramids, maybe people, maybe a party, maybe cars and vehicles, maybe spaceships. So if anybody have a link to whatever website or high quality image of the moon that we can zoom in, like really zoom in it, that'll be awesome. If it's like gradually zooming in, click, 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 until it's like poof, maximize, that's what we can take a look. Just while, in the meanwhile, people can come over in Discord server and join me, and we can talk about the moon. So how about that? Thank you, Extra J. I see a link that you have just shared. So I'm going to open that and hopefully that is the image that we are looking for. Okay. High quality image of the moon. Let me share the screen. Let's share the screen and see what we got. There, guys. Yes, let's see. Hold on. There you go. Okay, we're here, right? Thank you. Thank you very much. 2 more clicks. Clickety clicks over here. And if we clicking here, there we go. I'm gonna kill my camera because there's no need for that. Let me know in YouTube land. Can you hear the drums? Can you hear something like a little background beat? I just need to know. Okay. Let's see. LRO images. We don't hear anything, no drums whatsoever. Let's see. Now, if you hear the drums, let me know if it's not too overwhelming over the sound of my voice. There's a beat going on in the background, kind of. And that feels the available space. He will fill the available space. That's all I gotta say about that. Uh-oh. Okay. Let's
Oh, look
see.
at the moon.
Well, hello.
Hello. Sorry, I was just having.
You having your dinner?
Oh, I was having my dinner when you started, so yeah. Sorry for turning up late.
It's all good, man. I appreciate that. All right, Extra J have shared this moonshot. Is a grab from the Daily Boom Discord server. This is a great shot of the moon.
That's very pretty.
Very pretty. It looks like a P900 shot, like one I could take myself. Very nice. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think that's the sort of shot you try and use a tripod for, don't you? So you can.
Yeah.
When you've zoomed in, you need to hold your camera really steady.
Oh yeah. Put the tripod, and then as the moon is doing the transit, I got it 2 seconds, because when one press the button and something is magnified like that, when you are touching the camera, press the button to take a shot, it moves, it shakes a little bit, so you will get that blur around the edges. But I have it that I press the button and release, and it give it 2 seconds before he shot it. So that's
Okay,
good. You got 10 seconds and 2 seconds. I got the 2 seconds. That is good. Extra J, where did this picture come from, bro?
So this one, I just Googled images of the moon and iStock photo.
Okay.
So, yeah, just a random one that looked pretty high res. So,
yeah,
that first link was just an index of a whole bunch of pictures. I clicked on one, I couldn't zoom in. I'm like, oh shoot, we need one we can zoom in on.
Oh.
I found another one.
Yeah, but I have seen flowing around a super high res picture of the moon that you keep zooming in and it give you more details. I don't know exactly what it is. I know it's not like this, because I cannot zoom in this, and I need to zoom in like I need a little square. Like for this graded, I need to have it all the way in, like it's viewed like all, with the details around it. But it's good. It's a cool picture. I know the ones I take with my P900 are similar. They actually look similar to this. Let me open. I got my SD card on of whatever I have taken with the P900. See if I find one similar to that one. Actually, yeah. Right, let me see. Yeah.
You said you're just sorry. You said you're just using the self timer when you take a picture of the moon.
Yeah, a timer, a 2 seconds timer.
Yeah, 10 seconds works really good, because then all the wobble should be done by then.
Exactly, yeah. But in 10 seconds, it will transit a little bit more, and I like getting it all the way in, zoomed in. I'll show you one of the latest pictures, and this is in. I gotta switch the screen share. You don't have to do anything. I got it right here.
Do you have like a on these modern digital cameras? Do you have like a remote shutter release? Because I know back in the day when we had to put rolls of film in our cameras, you could have a shutter release on a cable.
I think so. There's a plugin for that. Yeah. And
so
even a Bluetooth.
You could set your camera up, and when you press the button on the cable, and that sort of went across to the camera, then the camera didn't wobble or anything. But
yes, I actually have.
Going back a few years.
I actually have a mini remote control just to shoot the one button to shoot. And earlier I lost that. I ordered it on eBay or whatever when I got the camera, and I was never able to use it. But it should be linked like via Bluetooth or something, or Wi-Fi in the P900. And it's nice because you are looking to the viewfinder and click, and press the button for the pictures.
Yeah. I suppose it's the same principle as a selfie stick. You Bluetooth the selfie stick to your phone and press the button. I think on mine, the buttons is like a remote little pad that you can unclip. So you can, because the selfie stick is also a little tripod.
Indeed.
And you can do everything remotely.
Yeah, you see this the moonshot that I'm sharing. I don't know who's watching the screen share. It looks good. It looks good, similar to the quality that you're sharing, just different face. Marcus Dresden, have a good one, brother. See you later. Come back, baby, come back. All right, let me go back to the window over here. Change window to.
And of course, the orientation of what you can see on the moon will give you a pretty good idea of what latitude you're at, wouldn't it?
Right. Shout out to over here with us, Farmers Boy, Extra J, and Brian Mabbit. Brian Mabbit, do you think the options that I put in the poll are decent, or did I needed more options? My question is, the moon is, and what is the moon? From my understanding, there's only 4 choices. The moon is either hologram, cheese, magic, or squeaky. If you have any other idea what the moon might be, please fill me up with knowledge. Fill me up with knowledge.
Obviously, I voted cheese because everybody knows the moon's made of cheese.
Okay, right?
Wallace and Gromit went there and confirmed it, you know.
Yeah.
I don't know, mate. Is this an image you've taken?
No, I didn't take this one, but it's just an image that I similar to the ones I take with my P900. It's just one found on the interwebs. But it's good, right?
I've got a link to one site where it gives you a half moon, and you can zoom in somewhat and move around.
That's good. I like that. Yeah. I'll show you. Want to see an image that that I have taken, Brian? I'll switch the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go. Not one of my best, but it's good. Go ahead. Sorry.
Farmer's just had me reminiscing then with the old shutter release cable.
Yeah, it's going back a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mine had a motor drive that you could screw on the bottom. Very handy for when you're taking photos of your mates racing motorbikes.
Yeah.
My God, you used to get through rolls of film. And of course, until you got them developed, you didn't know if they were any good or not. You know, trying to pan with the bike as it goes past.
All right, this is
click.
This image I taken, Brian.
Yeah, that's not as sharp as the previous one, is it?
Yeah, no, it's not.
I mean, as it's illuminated all the same, all the way across on a curved surface, that to me is questionable. How can that be? I mean, I'm not questioning you took the picture.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if that is a curved surface, wouldn't we get some sort of shadowing as the light is hitting it at different angles?
Like the face. Hold on. Like the one I took when it was the face of the moon. I took a bunch of shitty ones from different distances and stuff. With different like settings, try to get it sharper and stuff.
I mean, what would be causing those shadows you expect to see?
Just the shape of it.
Like something like look.
Not so much shadowing, but shading. You know, as the light is hitting it at a different angle, as the surface drops away from the source light. And normally you get what they call a hot spot, where the light is perfectly reflected back to the camera lens. You know, you get a what's it called?
What is called hotspot happen in mostly because of reflective surfaces.
Yeah, it's a pretty rough and uneven terrain on the moon, so you know.
But it must be reflecting something for us to see it, surely, if it's light from the sun.
Yeah, all those hills and ridges and uneven terrain are all reflecting the sunlight.
Hold on, let me shut this down. It's on my sim.
How about this type of moon with the now you can see the unevenness of the shadows and the shading, Brian?
Zoom
You don't
out.
like that?
Zoom.
There you go. Hold on, let me get one that is you can see the whole thing. There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, you can see that is getting in shade before the sun just can't hit the rest of it. So really, it all depends on when you take the photo, what angle the sun's at. I mean, because that previous photo, I mean, that was pretty much full on, wasn't it? I think that's why you don't see any of this shading, whereas there you can see, it's bright and then it's darkening and then you hit the terminator and the rest is in darkness.
Looks cool. I like how it looks.
That is cool. And of course, we don't get to see the moon like that over here or up here. We don't see it at that angle.
Yeah. Very cool. Let me see.
I need to try some more. I need to try some more moon shots next time, and we have a clear night. Try and get
man. What type of camera you have?
I've got a Nikon 3100 and 55 to 300 lens.
Yeah, it's decent. Yeah, it's good.
I've got a couple other lenses that are higher powered, but they're really cheap, so the quality is kind of. I could probably just do the 300 and end up with the same resolution, pretty much.
Right.
Huh. And I got the remote shutter, so that's kind of nice.
Yeah, it's actually cool. I mean, I like seeing the moon, and sometimes when I feel the fever, like I see the moon in the sky, let me get my P900, and I just start taking pictures and short clips like this, and try to zoom in and try to see shit. It's cool to do that. Very satisfactory, the feel of doing it. Like you're doing it yourself. I like seeing these raw, raggedy edges. Look crazy.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how plasma can do that.
It's crazy.
I'm not sure how a light source can have shadows in craters either.
Yeah. Hey, Dad, this little tip over here, these little marks right here, crazy. The way the shadow play and the light and the shadow and the darkness, it looks like doing the muscle hand. Like, yeah.
Perhaps it's bumpy plasma.
Oh.
Bumpy plasma.
How about the hard plasma? Hard plasma.
Very hard.
It's not soft plasma, hard.
Hard enough to land things on.
Yeah. My tripod sucks, and it does big movements. Yep. Shout out to the moon.
Yeah, I think I'll be. No, I won't be seeing the moon tonight.
Yeah, it was raining actually early today for a few hours in Florida.
Yeah, we've had that. It's just grey and completely overcast.
Yep.
100% cloud.
What are your thoughts, Brian? What are you thinking about, man? Were you looking at the moon that I was sharing in the little video or not? Yes. Other moon stuff. Gary is here too, listening. Hopefully he can jump in and talk to us. The poll is going great. The votes, we got 26 votes. Sorry, Brian, go ahead.
What was what? Sorry, what did you ask?
What you thinking about? Were you watching the little video clip that I was playing? I'm playing another video clip. Or you looking for other moon stuff or not? Not really.
No, I was swapping the dinners over in the microwave.
Oh, okay. Is the moon something when looking at videos like this, like you can look at the moon like this if you got a good camera? It's make you like trying to figure out what it is and all this stuff. Like it does look rocky, like it looked like a solid planet type of thing, you know.
You know something interesting here, Jose, in this video that you're showing.
Yep.
There's an effect taking place, and it's a really mysterious, magical thing that I don't think a lot of flat earthers fully understand it. But you notice how when the moon started to rise into the picture, it was really bright.
Yes.
But as it gets higher and higher, it's dimming down. That's so for those of you that don't know, that's called camera exposure. I know a lot of time the flat earthers struggle with that concept, so it's a good example here.
Yeah, nice. Is the moon an oblate spheroid? It looks like here. Do you think the Earth should look like this, Brian, when we are described the Earth?
Is it an oblate spheroid? Well,
yeah.
I doubt if the centrifugal force would affect it, because it's only rotating apparently at 5 miles on the surface. So the same face keeps facing, which is remarkable. It's like it's got a timing belt on it. To keep the same face facing Earth, it has to rotate very, very slowly. So they've done the math on it, and it's 5 miles per hour to keep that one face facing Earth.
Well, yeah, maybe.
Which is like winning the lottery every day for 1,000 years. You know, the chances of that happening.
Well, it does move a little bit. Called libration.
Now we got the brightness again. Look, it's getting brighter and brighter the closer it's getting to the edge of the camera.
Oh, and the oblateness, it's so small as to you'd never notice it. It's a difference of 2 kilometers.
Right.
Equatorial radius of 1,738, polar radius of 1,736. So you know it's oblate, but not as much as the Earth is, and you have a job telling it on the Earth.
So Brian, how many RPM is that? Rotating once every 28 days, or do you still not believe in RPMs?
How many RPMs is it? If it's facing the same way every 28 days, that would be 1 RPM per 28 days. Is that right?
Oh.
No?
Oh boy.
Is that right?
I didn't hear. Hold on. Before you ask the question again, very quickly, I just want to give a shout out to Quantum Chicken in the chat box. He hit me up in the PayPal, and it's not the only time. Quantum Chicken actually sent me a few days ago when I was offline. Sent me another PayPal for $2 and about $6 now. Thank you very much, Quantum Chicken. I appreciate your support. Good looking out. Sorry, can you ask the question again? I wanna try to understand. I'm illiterate in all these topics. I may have heard this before.
So my question was, with the moon rotating once every 28 days, how many RPM is that?
Oh, every 28 days, how many RPM?
That must mean revs per month.
Revolutions per minute.
Oh, months.
Well, it damn near does one in a month.
One revolution every 28 days. So RPM stands for revolutions per month.
Well, if that's the case, yes, just one. But I was thinking per minute. That's a small number if it's per minute.
I think the rest of the world uses revolutions per minute.
Yes.
You know,
I don't think nobody uses revs per month. Blimey. And actually, it rotates once every 29 and a half days.
Do you think that's the case, Brian? The revolution per minute?
You couldn't measure it in minutes, could you, if it's taking 29 days odd?
Well, you can. You can, because you just divide it back. If you know how many days it takes to do one revolution,
go on then.
You divide it by 29 and a half days, and you then divide that day by 24, and you then divide the 24 by 60, and you get a very small number.
0.0000001
Well, Justin Franks has rounded it up, but it's 0.00002354 revolutions per minute.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Or one revolution a month.
Look, I captured a UFO. I don't know if who's watching my screen share, but I captured a UFO.
He's got bleeding wing light.
Oh, do you think that's an aircraft? With its navigation lights on.
That's cool, right?
Yeah, but the number of times people show a video or a photo saying, "Look, I've got a UFO,"
Yeah,
and if you actually look at it closely, they've either taken a photo of an aircraft and they do what you did and they wobble the camera slightly. It goes, "Look how fast it moves," or it's a bloody insect.
Yeah,
you know,
it looks cool like this.
It does look pretty cool, but. I mean, even if it didn't have the landing lights on, you'd know which way it was going because of the colour of the lights.
Yeah, let's say I was able to edit the two blinking lights on the side and just delete those and just keep the center. Let me see. Hold on. It's coming. Just keep the center part on. Even though it got a blinking light, it looks odd, right? It looks strange.
Well, yes.
The blinking light give it away.
Considering the flight paths I grew up under, I'm quite used to seeing aircraft at night.
Yeah.
Christ knows we get enough of them over here as well.
It's so hard to track a plane like in night like this. Fucking A, it was hard.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's easier for us because generally you didn't see one, you'd saw at least two, and they're always flying in some sort of formation. But
yeah. Brian, go ahead.
Mate, your boy and his wingman. Even more impressive when there was a full formation of them. Like when they went and bombed Libya, we watched them coming back the next morning. That's quite something to see.
Mm.
What was that, 86, I think?
Oh, I was trying to get the transit of Mars that happened about a month ago or so. This was Mars right here. Look, Brian, now, wrap your mind around it. We got the moon and the planet Mars on the same view. What are your thoughts about that? Look how tiny Mars look and look at the moon. That's something to think about.
Why were looking in the skies? What we're looking at now?
Okay, we're looking at the planet Mars right here in the right. And the moon in the same view. There you go. Mars and the moon. That's what we're looking at. Big shout out to Leo for a $5 super chat. Shout out to Leo. Not cause a heart attack. Airplanes need gravity to work on this beautiful spherical Earth. Do not cause a heart attack. Airplanes need gravity to work on this beautiful spherical Earth. Shout out to Leo. Thank you. The planet Mars and the moon in the same view right here. Look at that. So it must be really far away because Mars is way bigger than the moon. Brian, your thoughts?
How do you know?
That's what we are told and presented data for to back up that claim that Mars is way far away than the moon and way bigger than Mars.
The moon.
I mean, yeah.
I know.
Mars.
Well, we sent enough bloody probes there. We ought to know about it. So, how many have been sent?
So yeah, I don't know. That's something, I guess.
Talking about time lapse, then. Was you doing a 10-minute time lapse? Did you say?
This is just a good old video, just recording normal time. I just took it between some pictures and some little video clips. I suck at doing time lapse. I never done a successful time lapse. This is just videos, just leaving the camera steady there, recording, and the transit is just happening by itself. You know, this is the actual movement or whatever. I don't have the tracking or nothing fancy like that.
That was the gaffer.
Yeah, I just set it up to record when it's coming up. Try to get the whole transit up and then just stop recording when the transit ends. Maybe move it around, try to situate it again. But it was cool. Yeah, I never seen a planet or another star or planet this close to the moon and record it in real time like that, you know. Hey, thank you, Mr. Mailman. Let me grab it.
So your tripod was on it was a fixed tripod, was it? Didn't have a tracker on it.
No, I'm pretty sure he hasn't got one of them.
All right. Carry on, guys. I'm sorry. I was away for a minute. I was hot mic. Was I? Navtech 12 on the chat. He said he recorded Mars by the moon as well on his phone. Thank you.
Yeah, well, I did take a photo the other week of Mars and Jupiter, but unfortunately, the time of evening when I was out having a stroll around the village, the moon was sort of over one side and Mars and Jupiter were over the other, so I couldn't get all three in one shot. I think you had to go and do it at like, stupid o'clock in the morning or something. I thought, I'm not that interested in it.
This is the closest that I could get it, man.
Yeah.
He never
3 inches.
Yeah, he never did the transit. I mean, there were some places on Earth that there was a transit, like the moon, the Mars was occulted by the moon at a point, and then it exited in the other side. That'll be awesome to capture.
So the Earth's surface is moving at 15 degrees an hour, correct?
Yes.
Where each degree is 69 miles.
Each degree of rotation, yeah. Go ahead.
You've done a time lapse for 10 minutes, did you say, with the ground that your tripod's on moving at around 800 miles an hour? That's something that is moving a fraction of the speed and you've got a perfect image?
Me? This is not a this is a photograph.
You done some.
No, I haven't done time lapse. Time lapse, I suck doing time lapse. I haven't done any time lapse.
Right.
It's just regular videos and regular pictures. This is a picture right here. Yeah, I don't do time lapse. I tried one. I don't know if it's here. Let me keep scrolling. I might have attempted to do a time lapse, but I didn't get nothing good. No. Like this 8 minute 52 second, this is just a video. And I just recorded very zoom in and try to see the details on the moon and record like this or whatever.
And the camera's being held still there, is it? It's on a tripod?
On a tripod, yeah. But then I'm moving. Sorry.
So is the moon in our orientation going upwards? No.
From what I was looking at, it's going like upward to the right a little bit, slightly. Yeah.
But we're supposed to be going right to left at like hundreds of times faster than it's moving upwards.
It's magic. It's got to be magic.
Magic.
I don't know how to picture that. Yeah.
Magic.
I don't know how to imagine that shit. Shout out to StingRay. Haven't seen you in a while, man.
It's all right, he can't hear
you.
Oh. He's deafened.
Okay. Let me see if I get one of these little time lapse. No, it's 3 minutes. It's not. I tried one time lapse one. It's just a regular video. I don't even know what this video is about. Oh, you see? Oh, sorry. Very quick. This was earlier when Mars, it was underneath the moon. Like the orientation of Mars was like right below it. A little further below it. Damn it. So what are you doing? Come on, there you go. It was down here, and then as the night went by, the Mars kept doing this movement, and it ended up right here before I stopped recording. Somewhere around here.
Hey, Brian, I know what would help right here. Instead of measuring it in, 15 degrees per hour or miles per hour, try pi radians per fortnight.
Look how far it was earlier. Mars.
Just a different scale, surely, that's all.
Blue Marble Science suggested that.
It's like inches and millimeters. 39.4 thousandths of an inch equals 1 millimeter. 2.2 pound equals 1 kilo. Four and a half liters is 1 gallon.
Uh-oh.
It's just different.
Well, our gallon, not a US gallon.
Yeah. I'll take that.
The more we know.
Oh, yes.
Look how far Mars was earlier that day. Down here. And then the closest it was somewhere around here. That's good in just a few hours.
Where's your mom? Where's mom? Where is she? Where's mom?
She's getting rid of the dog.
What is this? What happened in here, Extra J? What's happening with this big blob of light?
That's the aliens, isn't it?
Oh.
Brian, was the word... Sorry, Extra J, go ahead first.
Oh, right here, okay.
On my screen share.
That might be what they call it. Not Nibiru, but the shadow object that causes lunar
the
eclipses on flat Earth. That might be it, kind of being occulted. You know,
Ketu, Natu. No, esa no. That's a song from Triple R.
You sound somewhat skeptical, Extra, of flat Earth.
Right? You see? That was good questioning. Yeah.
Is he skeptical of it?
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Extra J, man. You're giving it away.
He's not a believer.
You can see, and if you look at that picture, Jose, so you got the blue blob, but then you got 3 others around it.
Yeah.
And those are I've always called them shadow objects 2, 3, and 4. Because there's 4 altogether there. Of course, down in the bottom left, you do have another faint one. So I guess we got 5. So that would explain, the other having so many lunar eclipses. So they all take turns. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, a star. Look, a star with a hole in the middle, Brian. This is a regular good old star with a butthole, a donut star. What do you think about that? Hold on, let's see if I can. I was setting up the tripod so you do the little transit by itself and I can capture.
The gaffer's on the way back.
Let me pause it. There you go. Donut star. This is a star, Brian, that I took a video of.
This is a polo star.
This is a star.
Oh, polo.
What do you think about that?
Polo mint.
Isn't that generally how flat earthers take photos of the planets and go, see, look, nothing like NASA says it is.
Yeah. A butthole star.
Bangal.
A bagel star. Everything bagel.
Yep. Yeah. You're supposed to zoom in and then completely unfocus it. That's how you get the truth.
I don't do that kind of stuff. Look at this. What is this one that got the little stars on it? Jupiter.
Yeah, Jupiter and the.
With the little moons. There's like 3 of them. 2 in the left,
Are
1
they
in the right.
what they call them? The Galilean moons, is it?
Yeah.
I mean, as I say, I wish I could get better footage, but my tripod just sucks, man. It's hard to get it all. There you go. I tried to get a better one. There you go.
Yeah. Good tripods are not cheap, are they?
Nice, Brian. Look at that. It got company. This one, Jupiter, and some of the stars visible in this one.
Right.
Ain't that something? With a cheap old P900.
I think the P900's better than the P1000 anyway.
P1000 is hot, man. It's awesome. It can take raw footage, and it's a better zoom, so you can see a little more details.
It weighs something like 4.5 fucking pounds.
That is heavy. It's heavy.
Yeah.
But
another reason why you want a good tripod.
Yeah, but it's a better camera for real.
I got really lucky with what I use for a tripod. I was shopping at the Goodwill, and I found a nice big equatorial mount with the counterweight rod broke off. So I bought that for $20 and converted it to just mount a camera onto, and yeah, it's great. I put little manual knobs, and I can just adjust up and down, left to right, fine tune it.
Nice.
Works great.
Yeah. Looks great. Shout out to the moon. Let's see when I can catch it again and record it. Hey, there you go. A little bit on the road too. Something different. Might as well.
Oh, this is Florida. Something's going to crash in a minute.
It's Florida, USA. Yeah.
Either that or you're going to get the blues and twos.
Florida
Fog's going to come here and past.
All right, there you go. I think I showed this a few weeks ago. But it was a parade of trucks. I don't know where they were going, but they had a mission. Look at that.
Oh, they're definitely on a mission, yeah.
Yeah, they're on a mission to whatever they were doing.
The donut shop's opened. or the bar's opened. The bar's open, quick, come on.
In almost 90% of the videos that are taken in Florida, anywhere in Florida, you're going to see palm trees in the background. Palm trees in the roads. Yeah. Isn't that something?
Yeah, well, you've got the climate for them over there.
Yeah, that's a thing over here. Freaking palm. Some decent cars over here.
I'll be back in a few minutes. I'll refill my coffee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Do something else.
I noticed in Texas there's a lot of pickup trucks.
Yes. I mean,
videos from Texas.
I mean, if you'd just shown a still from that without any signposts or anything, I would probably said, "Oh, that's in the States somewhere." Just from the cars that you have,
really,
the overall design of them, the shape of them, they tend to be quite different to what we have over here. They tend to be. I mean, okay, not all of them, but they're
like
generally bigger. But
yeah, without context, you see this video right here, you will know it's US.
Tell that from the cars. I would guess that it would be somewhere in the US, just from the overall shape and the design of the cars. They tend to be blockier, boxier, more squared off. A lot of them, particularly, actual American cars, rather than just,
Thank you, brother. Sorry.
rather than designed and built elsewhere. I mean, Japanese cars are Japanese cars the world over. You can spot them a mile off, but you can generally spot American cars as well. They tend to have a certain style about them.
Yeah. Look at that wet ground. Look at that wet ground. Oh, no, wait. That's a mirage. It's a mirage.
Oh, no, it's an optical effect. Ooh, that can't really be there then. What?
What you're seeing here is a mirage. Now, if I go through a neighborhood and just record to the side the houses and you don't see any car, you will be able to say, this is America. Just because
See, that's a typical American truck. It's bloody huge.
That's a big one.
Yeah, well, we don't generally have them that big over here because they just end up being too impractical. The road system, car parks, everything isn't built for vehicles of that size.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we've got them over here. My brother has I think his pickup truck is an American import.
Right. How about the sign? You got this, right? People crossing, like.
Yeah, it's totally different style of sign. Yeah, we have signs that tell us the same thing, but they look totally different.
They will look.
And everything, your signs are different, your traffic lights are different, everything's different. Ignoring the obvious, you drive on the other side of the road to us, but everything else, everything's different.
Publix, Bells, Marshalls, PetSmart, Target, and Michaels. Some of the stores in this little mall right here. And Anytime Fitness over here. There's a cannabis store right here. This one, cannabis products. How about that? Premium cannabis products.
Not your cheap shit. This is the good stuff. Well, not necessarily. It's probably just the same, but it's more expensive anyway.
Yeah, some of the stores, there's Staples, another store right there. Those are
we got Staples over here.
That's a Chili's restaurant that we passed there. Called Chili's. The hot stuff that make you poop fire. That's a Walgreens. I think the previous one was a CVS. You don't have Walgreens pharmacies, drugstores?
Don't think so. Doesn't ring any bells.
How about Home Depot? That's the big warehouse, big store for tools and lumber and shit like that.
Over here it's called B&Q. We have a B&Q. That's probably the biggest one over here. There were several others, but I think some have gone under. Some have been bought up.
Right.
I'd say B&Q is the biggest one over here. Certainly, if you're doing home improvements, I mean, if you work in the industry, then there are many others, but they're set up for people in the trade.
Real Cygnus in the same plaza, so the same little mall plaza. He got Dick's, BJ's, and Best Buy. Dick's,
that's
BJ's,
good.
and Best Buy.
I'm just going for Dicks and BJ's. Yeah. What?
Yeah, there's Dick's and BJ's over here also near me.
I like that.
Oh, look at the Mirage. How make the car like nothing happened. That we are recording the roads a little bit, but it's amusing. It's cool because not everybody lives in it. Is in streets like this and don't see this every day. It's slightly different. So it's a different feel of where one live at.
But yeah, every road-wise in the States, everything you do, I think, is just different to what we do over here. Like I said, lights, signs, road markings.
Yeah.
This the same thing, but it's all different.
Yeah, this was about the hurricane that came really close near in my mobile home park where I live. Hey, I'm humble, man. I live in a mobile home park, so what? So I was scared. I was monitoring, and if they were gonna blow up or come a big tornado, I was gonna run, man. Like run for my life. That's me. Hey, that's me right here, man.
Oh yeah.
I hit the stuff. I think I hit the squeaky earth inside, so it doesn't blow up.
Hey, I don't blame you. There's no guarantee it'd still be there in the morning,
Yeah. The stop sign has got to be universal like this, red and the white letters, right? Don't you tell me they got different looking stop sign, man.
Yeah, they do look a bit different.
Yeah, wind was blowing, man. Wind was blowing, and I didn't catch the hardest wind parts because it was rainy and it was itchy. It was fast rain. I didn't want to get beat up by the rain, and the camera to get really wet. So.
Oh, hang on. No, is that stop sign? Is that circular or is it like
It's octagonal, I think.
Then we do have that over here.
Oh, yeah, well, red and white letters, right, and octagonal shape.
Yep.
Okay.
That's one of the few signs that we have in common. Yep.
Right. Okay.
But you don't see it very often. We tend to have a sign that says "Give way."
There was an electric box. Oh, that was taken on my phone. An electric box or sparkling and fire and shit like that.
Oh, you don't want that.
Oh, this might be it. Let me see. No. Oh well.
Oh well.
All right. Let's bring back. We're gonna find a neighborhood on the moon. We need a high Q image. Somebody must have shared earlier. We're gonna go back to it and figure it out. It will switch in a second. We have Brian Mabbett, Extra J, Farmer's Boy, Gary, Nestle Wipes, and the StingRay in the house.
And the drums.
And the drums. Anybody have any thoughts?
I quite like it.
All right, we got a video clip shared by StingRay over here. Uh-oh. Hold on. I lost. Oh, there you go. There you go, Brian. This. What do you think about this? This is interesting.
Well timed.
The video of the faces of the moon. Oh shit! Nobody sees that on YouTube. There you go. Dude, that's the full like the faces of the full cycle. That's the word. The cycle on the faces. Crazy.
You see how the moon wobbles.
Yeah, really cool. But this is CGI. It's computer generated, right? It's gotta be.
Why?
Definitely composite, but it had to be computer generated because there's no camera that will lock the moon synchronized for a whole month or for a whole like few months, viewing the cycle of the moon completely. Composite, yes. No, I don't have anything wrong. But computer generated, I don't know. StingRay, if you're listening, you got it correct. You got to tell me what. Maybe here in the description box. This visualization shows the moon phase and libration at hours intervals throughout 2015 as viewed from the northern hemisphere. Each frame represents 1 hour. There you go. Is it?
Just trying to see how they took it.
Liberation. And that's
It goes rather well with the drums.
just listening at the drums.
Yeah.
That's good. I had to put something in the background so it's not like total silence. I'm just waiting on somebody to tell me about the moon. I want to learn about it. It's MoonDay. Remember, guys.
What do you want to know? It's big and it's made of cheese.
There's the link in the YouTube land box for those who want to watch the video that I'm playing right now. LRO images. Let's see what we got here.
It's amazing how that video that you're just showing now, Jose, completely and utterly matches the predictions of the exact distance, size, and shape of both the planet Earth, your location on it, and where the fucking moon is. Exactly. There is no other two shapes that would produce the same result. And give or take like 20,000 miles, there's no greater or lesser distance than 20,000 miles where you'd be able to tell a difference. Yet the flat earthers say, we don't know what the moon is, even though it acts exactly like a sphere at the distance where there's no other option, no matter where you view it from. It's amazing. It's called delusion.
But we know, I mean, let's say they will say they know how the moon behaves because you got footage like this, but you still don't know what it is. It could be paper mache, you know.
That's true, but it's fucking huge paper mache at the size and distance that they say it is, with the shape that it is, and I guarantee anybody to come up with a predictive model to show us reality, what we see in reality, that says otherwise, because you just can't.
Ouch. Now, this is all computer generated, right? Images and then stitched
No,
together.
that is
representing one
time
another.
lapse taken from sequential photos on a nightly basis over the course of many, many nights.
From
that, you can reverse engineer the position of the individual on the floor as well, given the fact that that is in fact a sphere, given the fact that you take in the ecliptic plane, and given the fact that the Earth is the distance that it says it is, you could work out where that was taken from, and it'd be accurate. But you'd have to use a globe.
Justin Frank says that animation is made from data from the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter. So it's an animation as for like it's generated, it's taken from data, but it's not necessarily real pictures. It's generated.
Not taken from Earth.
No, that's real pictures, Jose.
Taken from Earth or from a
is,
satellite.
yeah, that is an animation, which is basically a series of photos taken from the LRO in orbit around the moon.
You think they're real pictures, Brian?
No.
What would you say no? StingRay insists they are real pictures, stitched together and made into an animation.
He's also just insisted that this was taken from Earth, and now we find out it's not. So
wait a minute. I'm not even looking at the screen. Wait a minute. Give me a sec.
Just disregard anything he says.
There's more modern version of this, because if you go to the NASA Scientific Visualization Studio website where this is taken from, it tells you all about it. And this was done in 2015. And there's a link to a more modern version that was done in 2020. And then there's a link to a more modern version that was done 2 years ago.
So this was done over how long? A month?
No, hang on. Oh.
And we don't see any stars in the...
Why do you think you don't see any stars? What do you think the exposure's set for? The moon or the stars? I'm so sick of hearing that. It's ridiculous.
Brian, he might.
Don't see any stars.
The moon is fucking pitch black there.
It's still set up for the same exposure.
Where's the star?
They haven't changed the exposure. The exposure's still set for the moon. Oh, good grief.
It's a lot brighter. You're not going to be able to see the stars because of the exposure and the brightness of the moon.
Yeah.
Brian knows how cameras work, and he knows this.
I know, he's just being a dick.
And actually, that wasn't the one that I meant to send. I'm going to find it right now, the one that I meant to send, which is even better than that one. Although, the one that I'm going to show you in a second that I watched a month ago, even though it's taken from images, it is composited, but it's composited from many different images that are overlaid to actually get the detail. Otherwise, you get too much distortion. It's exactly the same as when you're doing stellar photography. You overlay many of the same to actually take out to actually get more detail. But I'll find it in a sec. Give me a sec.
Yeah. If you want to share it yourself, share the screen yourself. Or you want me to share it, however you want. If you want to share, I'll present you. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We got 19 likes with 39 watching. Let's use these next 5 seconds to hit that like button. Hit it hard. So if you haven't hit the like, start hitting the like. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, hit the like, everybody. And there's a super chat, there's PayPal, whatever you guys want to support, I'll take it. Thank you kindly. And if anybody want to hit the like button more than once, please make it odd numbers. Make it odd numbers. Like 3, either 1 or 3 or 5, 7, all those kind of numbers, times. Just hit it 5 times, just to be sure.
You only get one like if they hit it 20 times.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, but don't be hitting even numbers. No, even numbers. If then you'll be liking and disliking. No, you hit it odd numbers, either 1 or 3 or 5 times, please.
Yeah, but if you hit it again, it takes your like off here.
Yeah, but that's for those who haven't hit the like yet. Just for the first time. For the first time, make it odd numbers. The hitting the button.
Oh dear.
This is going to be a fun game.
What is this camera mount? What extra? Yeah, you got a camera mount.
Yeah, so that's my that was my $20 equatorial mount that I bought that I just made into a camera tripod.
Fair enough.
Okay. You got all the belts and whistles.
Can you buy a flat Earth one of them, or do they only do them in globe?
Yeah, I haven't seen the flat Earth version of that yet. Not sure how that would work.
That's the problem. Neither are they.
We got an announcement. Mr. Malord has a new channel. West Side Girl React. For real, Mr. Malord. This is you.
What?
All right. This you, Mr. Malord. You ain't trolling me, right? Support my new channel, West Side Girl React. This is by Mr. Malord. He posted a link in YouTube. All right. Are you sure, Mr. Malord? This is you? Because if I'm not sure, I'm not going to subscribe.
It does mention Irish Demon.
Okay.
Couple of 8mm bolts.
You say male bolts?
8mm bolt. Or
Mil, as in millimeter.
They, if it's American, it could be 5/16 UNF.
I subscribed, Mr. Malord. There you go, and somebody else also subscribed. Thank you very much.
I'm game. I'll subscribe. Don't know what I'm subscribing to exactly, but hey.
So this is not a automatic or like, right? It is just mechanic, right? You gotta maneuver this yourself.
It looks like
Yeah.
a fine adjustment on the thread of the bolt. So you need an 1/2-inch spanner or 13mm, depending on what size they are.
Right, okay.
No, you just turn them with your fingers.
Oh, right. They're not.
StingRay, whenever you're ready to screen share or share a link, let me know.
I'm there. Thanks, Jose. Yes, it is me. It's me and a friend of mine doing the channel.
Very nice. Very nice.
Please go back onto your actual science stuff. It's just about having fun and reacting to things. And yes, I used my partner for a thirst trap. Why not?
Good. Yeah. Whenever there's any content in there, new content, I'll check it out and
I'm putting up Tuesday and Thursday this week, so you should get your notices when, and I do appreciate that.
No problem. Yeah. I might jump in and troll responsibly and see how they react.
You're always welcome to. We're gonna try to do a live every Saturday in the afternoon. So.
Very nice.
All right. Thanks, Jose. I'll let you get back to it.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Everybody check it out. Mr. Malord, new channel. The link is in the YouTube chat box next to Mr. Malord name. All right. While StingRay is looking for what he's looking, what is going on? What's going on here?
I do have a new EQ mount though that I'm waiting for nicer weather to try out. I bought one of the electronic driven Starfinder, I think it is. So that'll be kind of fun to see how well that works.
Brian.
Yes.
Check this out, and you look in my screen share.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on here? What is this? What's going on here?
That's Africa going bollocking past.
Look at this. Look at this sharpness.
Yeah.
And look at the texture of the surface of this. What appears to be the moon. What's going on here? This looks like pure CGI, like from the 90s.
Can you download it and we'll put it in photo forensics?
Brian and photo forensics. Oh yeah, do the laugh.
I'll copy this image. I'll paste it over here. It's pretty decent quality in the Daily Boom live. I don't have any photo forensics on that.
While actually searching for the video that I'm looking for, I did find one for Brian though, and it's of the moon with stars, but it was a TikTok link. I'll post it in the Daily Boom.
Oh shit! Here we go.
What's he trying to say?
I'm saying you can actually take a photo of the moon with stars in a time lapse, but it shows you the problem that you've got.
Oh shit! Look at that. There's stars in. Hold on. It's loading. I don't do like the TikTok in here, so it's.
I time-lapse the lunar eclipse from start to finish.
Hold on. Sorry, I don't know how this works. I got it muted. Is this it? The one that showed the stars? Oh yeah, look at that with the lunar eclipse. Look at that, Brian. They're crazy.
Wait a minute. Why are they going upwards?
What do you mean up?
Well, they look like they were moving upwards, going north.
Going north in space.
Look, are they going up?
Up in space. I just love this.
Are they going up?
Up.
Relative to what?
From the
They're
screen.
Look,
From the bottom
moon
of the
ain't
frame.
moving. The moon isn't moving, yet the stars are creeping upwards.
Oh my god.
From the
How'd
bottom
you
of the
know-
frame up.
How do you know the moon's not moving in relation to the stars as well?
Because
What you're comparing it to?
Do it. Where realistically, we should see the stars. We're spinning at 1,000 miles an hour to the
Oh dear.
west.
It might be time for me to go and get another coffee.
We're falling backwards if we watch the sun go down to the east. So we should see them stars go rocketing across the screen from whichever way. I don't know whether he's pointing north or south or east or west or what.
So the sun goes down in the east now?
This is what we don't. This is what we don't. We don't.
What rises in the west?
Is Earth actually moving at 440 meters per second?
Oh dear.
I don't understand it. I need a graphic.
Careful, Brian, I'll get thrown out of my chair. Bloody hell.
Where's Rumpus? We need a graph for this.
No, we don't need a rumpus. Really, we don't need a rumpus.
Let's see if he's on. We'll call him in now.
But we got the next big thing. Or actually, the best thing. We got StingRay. StingRay. Why are they start going in the frame from the bottom up, from the bottom of the screen up?
Shall I send him an invite?
No.
Oh.
You coward.
He doesn't like coming in because I tell him to leave other people talk.
Yes.
To let other people talk. He doesn't like it.
Rumpus is okay in real life, but on here, oh dear.
Yeah, he rumpuses himself.
Yes, Rumpus is himself. I can handle him in real life. It's easy in real life to stop him talking.
So what's the confusion again now? So the camera's tracking the moon. The stars are moving, separately. What's the confusion?
I don't know.
The Earth's also moving.
Well,
yeah, and
440 meters per second.
More coffee.
And just so that we're clear, right, Brian, just so that we're clear, that 440 meters per second.
Stars aren't doing, are they?
Brian, just so we're clear, that 440 meters per second, given your very, very apparent parallax calculation skill, what lateral shift should we expect on any of the objects in frame right now?
Well, I would say at least 15 degrees in an hour.
So you would expect that the stars move 15 degrees in an hour?
No, we move 15 degrees. They're stationary.
All right, so they'd stay in the same place, would they? And we'd just move and nothing would change.
They should go through the frame at 15 degrees in an hour.
I'll be right back in 2 minutes.
That's not happening.
Alleged rotation speed,
I'll
which
leave the screen up. 2
we
minutes.
can never calculate. We can't fucking prove it.
No, Brian, I get it. But how did you?
Trails don't show it.
Point of clarification, Brian. How did you determine that the stars moving through this frame were not moving in relation to the object observer at 15 degrees?
I don't know where he was and at what orientation he was. I would imagine he's on the Earth, and up is what we would call north or upwards.
So so let me get this straight. You would think it might be and possibly, and you would imagine that this is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'd like to know more about it.
Oh, right, because it sounded like you were criticizing it with authority then, like you'd worked something out, but sorry, my mistake.
Yeah. And you see the same in that footage that pilot did. He done a time lapse from America to Russia, and what should be happening as he dips the nose down of the airplane to go around the curvature of the Earth, I think it's like 45 or 50 degrees around a curved ball, the stars should appear to go up and over his head, but they don't. That's because you're not flying round a ball. You're going on a flat.
Right. So in that example, you determined that the velocity. You determined that the velocity of the aircraft across a curved surface would produce, in the amount of time, contradictory to the rotation of the Earth at the same time, by the way, that the stars would move. Right. So, is there any possibility that if you're going across this curved surface, that on that curved surface, you're just maintaining, let's say, 1,000 miles an hour at the equator, or a lot less in the northern hemisphere, further up where I suspect this flight was? Would it be possible that that rotational velocity actually matches the opposite velocity or rotational velocity of the Earth, thus causing your relative position on the Earth to move, but your position to the stars not? Do you think that might be a possibility as well, Brian? Can you imagine? No. Can you think?
No, because the plane has to dip its nose down. So from their leveling out, when they took off and leveled out, he should have been 45 degrees lower when he landed. It might have been 50 degrees, actually.
So, Brian, picture this for me.
Because he's 45 degrees around the ball, and he should be...
Everybody get you. A small child can get you on this.
Background view going up and over his screen, his cockpit.
We get it, Brian. We get your point of contention. But imagine this, because you're good at imagining. Imagine that on a sphere, if you stood stationary and you're in the northern hemisphere, and your velocity on the arc of the Earth at the northern latitude that you were meant that you were traveling at, let's say, 500 miles an hour. That means you're changing that degree that you want, yet you're in an aircraft that's traveling opposite 500 miles per hour. So the Earth now, in relation to the stars, is doing nothing but rotate underneath you. Do you think that at all is a possibility on a curved surface?
What fucking bullshit have you just come out with?
So, if you go up in an aircraft traveling at 500 miles per hour and you're at a northern latitude traveling across the surface of Earth from the United States to Russia that means that rotation of the Earth matches the airspeed of the aircraft. So in relation, speed is relative, motion is relative. You need relativity to calculate motion in relation to. If your point of contention is with the stars, then that's what we'll use. The aircraft looks like it's not moving to the stars, but the fucking ground is. If that aircraft sat on the ground, it would be moving with the ground and the stars would be moving. But it isn't, it took off and was going approximately or near the speed of the triangular rotation at that latitude, which made the stars to appear not to rotate as quickly as you would assume they would.
So are you saying he stood still and Russia come up to him?
If you're using the stars as a point of reference, abso-fucking-lutely. If you're using the Earth as one, no.
See, the problem, StingRay, is you're talking about a moving object on a curved surface. That's very, very confusing for him.
I'm glad our educational system has got better since you were in school, though, Brian. I really am.
Believe you,
Yeah,
that
no shit.
Out of your fucking mouth. I really cannot believe that.
And therein lies your problem.
Yeah, the dumbest people in society don't actually believe they're dumb, Brian. You get to a point where you just think you're smart.
If you're flying around a ball, then you will have to lower your fucking nose to go around that ball.
Oh,
your
dear.
background would seem to go higher and higher.
Oh dear.
Has to.
Okay, Brian, that's fine. But just imagine for 1 second that the atmosphere is moving with you, and the atmosphere is the thing that you're moving through, and the sphere is rotating, and the stars are your relative fixed point. Then no, it wouldn't. Open your fucking brain.
The atmosphere cannot push other air around with it faster than what it's going, like it has to in your fucking ridiculous model. The further you go away from the surface, it is a greater radius, and that air would have to go fucking faster. We've totally disproved that ridiculous fucking notion.
Okay.
And that's not taking the fact, even on the same fucking altitude, the closer you go away from, the closer you get to the poles, then the air has to fucking slow down to stay in lockstep with the bleeding Earth, because the Earth's turning the poles. Your model is fucking.
Okay, no, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, I've got a point of clarification for you, Brian. I'm asking to see. No, I want you to educate me here, Brian, please.
Right, fucking it does not. That is
okay. Cool. Excellent, Brian. We get it. But just so that we get it a little bit more, can you explain to me the properties of fluid dynamics which would relate to how much or how we would calculate the atmosphere being in drag on a moving surface, or anything? Just give me the fundamental components and what we call those and how we calculate fluid dynamics for you to assume or to assert that our model is incorrect. Go.
Doesn't matter what the dynamics are. Facts remain. The lower atmosphere has got to make the upper atmosphere, which it's connected to, go faster than it is going, because that upper atmosphere has to go round a greater radius. Ridiculous. Air cannot drag air around with it and make it go faster than what it's going. Ridiculous.
So what were the components again to work out the fluid dynamics in this particular argument that give you some authority to speak?
As you go north to south or south to north, the ground allegedly is rotating slower the nearer you get to the pole. So now the air has to slow its fucking self down to match the Earth's speed.
There you go, sir.
It's completely fucking ridiculous.
Hey, Brian.
We're trying to keep it simple. We're trying to keep it simple over here. Extra J, go ahead.
Okay. Well, hopefully this is a simple question. I mean, technically it is. All right. So, what's the difference in speed between the ground and the upper atmosphere?
Doesn't matter. Does not matter. It goes around a greater radius, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you don't know the difference in
Does
speed.
it go round a greater fucking radius or not?
What's the difference?
What's the
I'm
difference in
asking the
speed?
question. Does it go round a greater radius or not? The higher you go up.
Yes.
Thank
Yes, I
you.
answered it.
Now,
what's the actual
Now,
difference?
what's the difference in speed?
It has to go faster, doesn't it?
Oh dear.
Okay, wait a minute.
Yeah.
I've got
What's
this.
the
2
difference in
seconds.
speed?
So Brian, when we calculate speed, do we need something? If I've got a single object, yeah. Let's listen to this. Listen to this, please. Brian, taking you on a trip here. Brian,
Give a flying fuck about the speed.
Facts
remain.
Calm down, Brian.
The air above.
Okay, no, get it. We get it. You don't need to preach. Stop preaching, Brian. You sound a bit religious.
Got to go quicker than the
Brian,
fucking air below it.
You sound religious. You're going to give yourself a heart attack. So, Brian, I've got a question for you. If we've got one object, in the universe, let's say it's a mythical object. Let's call it Brian's brain. Yeah?
South away from the equator has now got to fucking slow down because
we got it. All you're doing is preaching to yourself and to other Egypts. Now, imagine we've got one object in the universe, yeah? Okay, Brian.
Ridiculous.
All right. Brian, calm down. So imagine we've got one object in the universe, or in the entirety of existence, and it's this mythical object.
We are putting your ridiculous model to the test, and
okay, brilliant. Yeah, you've destroyed us. You're so intelligent. You're fantastic. Now let me gain some of that knowledge from you, Brian. Okay, are you ready, Brian? One little question, Brian. Just one question.
Which is
let's try the back and forward, Brian.
Brian, stop fucking preaching.
Let's try the back and forward.
The equatorial ball
question.
Caused by Earth's rotation, allegedly lifting water from its natural position of sea level up 17 kilometers high. Now,
Brian,
let's imagine. Hold on a minute. Let me get through this.
All right, I get.
Let's just imagine 1 meter cube of water weighs 1 metric ton. Now, if they tell us this water gets elevated 17 kilometers high, that is 17,000 tons of water being lifted from its natural position of level. Whether level be fucking a plane or whether it be a curved, it is being lifted 17 kilometers high and it weighs 17,000 tons. That's just one meter column of water.
That's fantastic. I'm so riveted by this. It's amazing.
What I was going to say.
Hold on, let me just finish this.
Right.
Yet this vast, gargantuan force that lifts water 17 kilometers high does not affect all else on this surface of Earth.
Okay.
Right. Hold on, StingRay.
How the fuck does that work?
Really good
fine.
question,
All right, StingRay. Brian, now that you've spoken a little bit.
Let me just wrap this up.
All right. Oh, fuck. Don't go anywhere when you're done.
Fucking ridiculous, and it fails at every fucking step of the way. I'm sorry.
All right, that's perfect. Now you were able to speak for a few minutes. You were able to let it out. Now let's try to have a conversation, or at least allow StingRay to make a point, because you're not letting him to finish not even 1 point when you did at least 20 points back to back to back. So let's just try to back and forward on talk and let talk. Let's not take this big long just rants and stuff. Go ahead, StingRay.
Okay, so Brian, I've got a question. If we have this mythical object called Brian's fucking brain, and it's the only object in existence, how can we tell it's moving?
And any sensible questions?
So let's say we've got an object, any object, and it is the only one in existence, the entirety of an existence. How can you tell me the speed of it?
Where would this be where there is nothing else to
make up? You're good with your imagination. Just imagine it is the only object in existence. How do we tell the speed of it?
Where would it be?
In the middle of everything, but it could be traveling really quick.
So where would it be?
In the middle.
No, you've just fantasized.
Okay, so now we've got two objects. Yeah, we're stood on one, the mythical lizard, and then the other one, Brian's brain, the other mythical creature, and we see that the distance between them is decreasing. We're stood on the lizard, looking at Brian's brain. can we tell our speed or the lizards, and how do we determine which is which?
Anybody else want to talk?
That's too scientific. I didn't understand that thing.
Okay, so the point there, Brian, let me finish. Let me finish my point, Brian. Let me finish my point, Brian. The point that, don't set off on a religious monologue again. The point there, Brian, is speed and motion is relative. Without a point of reference, you cannot work out the velocity or motion of something. Now, when you talk about the top of the fucking atmosphere moving quicker than lower down, what point of reference are you using? Because if you're using the ground below, it's at the same fucking speed, you idiot.
What's dragging it along with the Earth's speed?
Have you ever got a fish tank, a circular fish tank, start
That's
rotating it
water. I'm
slowly?
not interested in water. Totally different medium.
Fluid dynamics, Brian. Fluid dynamics. You know all the elements that you couldn't name?
Air, the atmosphere. How, in your ridiculous fucking notion, does a hairdryer work? If air drags air around it with it, how does a hairdryer work? When you get a blast of air and the air to the sides, the air above it and below it don't get fucking pulled along with the blast of air.
They absolutely do.
You believe, because you've been fucking brainwashed to believe this nonsense, that the air is dragging the air above it with it faster than it's moving. Physically,
right. So first of all, let's just tackle one of those. Let's tackle before you kiss Gallop. One thing, Brian. Just one thing. You say it's traveling faster. We've already established that you need a point of reference to figure out motion and velocity. Can you tell me what you're using to calculate the speed differential of those two things? Is it the ground? Because on the ground, it's the same fucking speed.
It is going a greater radius at the same time, so it has got to be travelling faster.
Faster in relation to what? The surface?
The air below it that is going round a less of a radius at the same period of time.
So you're actually saying it's moving quicker on the ground. So the air at the top should be travelling faster. Please let me speak, Ryan. So are you saying that
35,000 feet has got to be travelling faster than the air at 10,000 feet to stay in lockstep with the Earth's surface?
Now we gotta hear what he has to say, because we heard what you had to say.
Because
so if we work out
we need to hear both sides, Brian. We need to hear both sides, and you're the only one being heard right now. You're interrupting StingRay at all times, man.
There's no other side to him.
So Brian,
but I want to hear what he has to say. He had a lot to say, but you keep interrupting him, and that's not fair, man.
Yeah. So really quickly, Brian, just a question. If we take it as let's call it ground speed, yeah, because I got this funny feeling that a lot of people use that. So if we say ground speed, are you saying that the ground speed of the air on the ground, or 10 feet, is different than the ground speed of the air at 10,000 feet? Is that what you're saying?
No, you are.
I'm saying it's the same speed.
Yes, you say it's in lockstep, don't you?
No, it's based off viscosity, density, pressure, heat. There's a lot of things in fluid dynamics, Brian. But if we're talking about a homogeneous system, and generalizing it, then I would say that yes,
it's in lockstep with Earth's movement or not.
So, Brian, if you listen, okay,
step with Earth's movement or not.
Can I answer?
Is it or isn't it?
No.
Thank you. Let me fucking record.
However,
hold on, I need to record it.
Now, wait a minute, Brian. You cannot have a fluid in lockstep with anything. However, does it move in a viscous form using fluid dynamics that we can calculate and generally move at the same ground speed? Then you could actually say yes. You can demonstrate this with a fucking cylindrical fish tank. Oh, he's gone.
He went. He'll be back. He's recording whatever
he's now
say.
gone to record it. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gonna cherry pick a little something, but that's good.
Yep.
He's about the thickest piece of shit that you can find.
Oh, Brian, you heard that? He's talking crap about you. Lockstep.
I'm guessing Susan went back out.
Yeah, I mean,
he
don't
muted
agree with
so
the
he
lock-
can record a little something.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the lockstep thing because you can have a fluid that's in lockstep.
There you go, lockstep.
It's generally only flat earthers that say, "Oh, you say it's in lockstep." No, we don't. But friction is a wonderful thing.
Yeah, how did it move? Fucking friction. You know, when I turn a cylindrical, I did actually have a cylindrical fish tank, but I never spun it. But I've seen it where you can spin it, and you can put dye in there, and you can't tell that the water isn't, let's call it for sake of argument, in lockstep with the fucking surface. After a certain amount of time, given the lack of all of the factors, even with kind of the latency that you get with that friction, you know, based on the height, it's incredibly hard to tell.
I mean, they forget that Earth's atmosphere has had millions, if not billions, of years of friction against the Earth's surface itself. Which is why the atmosphere turns with the Earth, which is why we don't get knocked off our feet when we step out the front door.
I just can't believe he thinks that the ground speed high up on a sphere is faster than lower down.
Ground speed is ground speed.
Difficult, man.
It's for him.
Shout out to Brian Mavitt. He's annoying when he go into the just ramble on, you know. He goes on. It's tough to get a word in.
The tough thing is, I don't think the UK educational system was that bad in, I'm guessing, the 60s, the 50s, 60s.
Yeah, he would have left school in somewhere in the 70s, wouldn't he? I think.
Yeah,
it wasn't that bad. But you always get a few who just sort of slip through the net. You know, they're not paying attention. They never paid attention. They don't want to learn. Blah blah blah. You'll get that everywhere, and that's what you end up with, a Brian.
You know what I should have said to him? I said, "Isn't it funny how the center of a wheel doesn't rip away from the outside of the wheel when it's going down the track? Because the outside's moving fucking quicker than the inside." Oh well, I needed a break. I'm integrating barcode scanners at the moment, so there you go.
Well, that sounds fun.
Well, sorry about that.
And so, Brian, I've got a question for you with wheels because I don't understand it. Isn't the outside of the wheel moving quicker than the inside?
Yes, it's a rigid structure, isn't it?
All right. So could you imagine making that a little bit?
Yeah, moving at exactly the same speed as the floor.
So wait a minute, Brian. With that wheel,
hold on, Brian, hold on, please. Let him make his point.
I answered his question. Now he's going to answer mine.
But no, he's still trying to explain something. He's a follow-up to the
wheel, Brian.
With the ground.
He's asking about a wheel, so let's not move on yet.
So with this wheel, Brian, I love what you're saying about, you know, it's solid, it's rigid. Can you tell me, if we made it, and this is a genuine question, if we made that wheel out of, let's say, honeycomb rubber, in fact, they do have some tyres where they're airless, tubeless tyres, don't they, where it's like this honeycomb, military have them so that you can't, like, puncture them and stuff. If we spun that really quickly, we'd see a lag on the outside of the tyre tread, wouldn't we? Is that correct?
If there is giving it, I would imagine.
Yeah, have you not seen the military tyres I'm on about where they're kind of this honeycomb shape? You can see straight through the other side.
This doesn't help your ridiculous fucking notion that the Earth's atmosphere goes in lockstep with the Earth's motion.
I never said it does.
Never
said it did.
Case.
Brian never said it did.
You explained to me the pilot was fucking stationary because he was in the Earth's atmosphere moving at the same speed as the Earth. That's what you said.
That's correct. I can demonstrate that. But I'm asking about this wheel because it's really interesting to me. So this wheel with the honeycomb.
We're not talking about fucking wheels.
Let's stay on the wheel.
Your ridiculous fucking notion that air.
I'll tell you what, Brian, I'm totally wrong. You're fantastic. You're brilliant. You know everything, and all modern science is wrong. And we invented science in your bedroom. Brilliant. Now this wheel.
System, there is loss.
Let's learn about the wheel, Brian.
There is loss.
So
how the fuck does it make it go?
That's a really good video, by the way.
Let's talk about the wheel, man.
Yeah, so this wheel, I don't know whether you've seen them, but they are honeycomb structure, and if you put a lot of torque on it, and you can see that the outside lags slightly. But there's a weird thing that happens when that wheel runs over that initial lag, that initial latency. It kind of sort of like doesn't lag anymore, well, the structures are pretty mutatable because they're rubber honeycomb. They kind of catch up, and then there you go, because there's a centrifugal force as well that's acting on it. And now imagine we didn't make it out of rubber. We made it out of something a little bit less that would still stay together, like some jelly, and we spun it slowly. We'd see that lag again, but the lag would be more pronounced. But after a certain amount of time, that lag doesn't go there. But the jelly's not in lockstep with the center of the fucking wheel. But because of time, it would eventually catch up because of the forces, friction, and molecular bonds involved. So we can see this with water.
I'm not sure about that, Brian, right? Brian, I'm not sure about that. Do you concur with him?
It has to go faster than the input. How can it go faster? You will always get some loss. 100%, I agree with you. There is no way that you can make the air above go faster than the air below it that's allegedly dragging it along.
But in that rubber wheel, you've got no problem with that, right?
About rubber wheels. Don't.
No, I'm just. This is the same principle, Brian. I know your brain can't cope with it, but it's the same principle. In that rubber wheel, when there's a lag on that tire tread and there's a little lag, and then it catches up, are you saying that's wrong?
Moved air. How the fuck does an air dryer work? Because you get a blast of air without dragging the air above it and to the sides of it and below it with it, doesn't it?
I plug it in.
Wait a minute, it absolutely does throw all of that. It pulls air in from everywhere because it's actually a pressure differential. And it isn't just the air passing through the fan, it will disturb the air all around it and create a funnel.
He's explaining to you, Brian. You asked a question and he was explaining to you, but you kind of talk over him.
It does not take the whole air along with it faster than it's moving.
So you already know how it works.
Completely.
Were you asking him how it works? So wait a minute, Brian. Let's get to a point. Let's get to the crux here, not gish gallop around. This tire that's very loose and very wobbly. If we rotate it, then the outside lags for a certain amount of time. But because of the bonds of the rubber, and because of how it straightens back out and wants to, as well as the centrifugal force, then the outside will catch up to the center rotation. Now, we can say that the angular velocity on the outside is actually greater than on the inside, yes. But if we use a fixed point of reference as the center of that wheel, and degrees as our units, which we should in rotation, it's all rotating the same, and that rubber caught back up. Is there anything to indicate that that wouldn't be the case if there is any kind of friction on the surface, on the molecular bonds? Is there anything to indicate that it wouldn't do the same in air if we could experiment like that? Or water?
We can easily test it. Easily test it.
Mm-hmm.
Just
With a
do
circular fish tank.
Do the smoke, turn the fucking hairdryer on, and see if all the air gets dragged along with the fucking blast coming out of the hairdryer. And you'll find it won't. You will get a whole...
Have you done it for 1 billion years?
The cloud of smoke. I've done the test.
For 1 billion years?
Fucking ridiculous thing.
How long did you do it for?
You cannot drag in air.
Did you try it for 1 billion years, Brian?
Above it. It's fucking...
Brian, for how long? We're trying to figure out for how long the test was done.
fucking ridiculous.
How long did you test it for, Brian?
The span of time.
Just mute him for a minute. I've got another one for you.
In what span of time, Brian? Was it 1 hour, 1 year, a billion years? That's a quick.
You have to accept if you're in a lake, let's say it's a 20-mile diameter lake, you're smack in the middle. You have to accept you are 66.5 feet higher than the shore. You've got to accept that.
Than the what?
That's your fucking ridiculous model.
Than the what? Higher than the what?
Than the shoreline.
Oh, shoreline, okay.
You've got to. It's the most fucking ridiculous thing.
Well, I'll accept that the second you accept that on a flat Earth we'd always see the sun. How's that?
No, we wouldn't.
Of course we wouldn't. Can you demonstrate that?
Well, just light a candle, turn all your fucking lights off, or even take it out in the street, put a candle at one end and walk away, and see if you can see that candle 2 miles.
Here's a question for you on this then, Brian, on the candle, so that you can educate me. Is there any way, given the height of the candle and my distance to the candle, along with me being level on the floor, let's say, that I could work out the elevation angle what that candle would appear given the distance? Do you think that's possible?
Angle taken from where?
So we're on the ground, an observer, and we're right on the ground. Let's say we put a camera on a skateboard or something, or just on a piece of paper on the ground. And I've got a candle 10 feet away, 10 foot high. Do you think with that data you could tell me what angle it would appear in the lens from the level ground? How much up it would be angular-wise? Do you reckon you could give me it in degrees?
Are we talking from a level, flat plane? Because that's the
floor, Brian. The level point in the center of the lens. How much upwards?
What shape is your floor?
No, it's center of the lens. We're looking along the floor, center of the lens, that's lined up with the road or wherever we are, and it's 10 foot away and 10 foot high. Could you tell me the angle that we'd have to look up at that to put the center of the lens on that candle? Yes or no?
From what? To make an angle, you need two lines.
Holy balls.
You can't just have a line up to a fucking object. You need a
Brian, listen to this really simply. Listen to this really simply.
Are you talking about...
I'll give you it again. Sorry, I'll give you it again. I'll give you it like
let me hear, Brad. Let me hear you, StingRay. I'm gonna try to understand. Go ahead.
So we've got a camera on the ground.
Yeah.
Pointed level. We've done it with a plumb bob, or we've done it with an auto level, or we've done it with an accelerometer, or whatever the fuck. Yeah. And it's pointed at a table. On that table, we raise a candle up. Now the candle is 10 foot away from the camera lens, and it is 10 foot high. Can you tell me how much I'd have to look upwards to shove that candle in the center of the lens, given I know its height and I know its distance?
Ooh, I couldn't.
It's 10-10. You really fucking can.
Let me ask you this. Is the floor a flat level plane to gain another straight line from?
Or the straight line is from the camera, lens to the bottom of the fucking place where the pole that the candle sat on, which is a 10-foot pole, and it's level from the camera to that 10-foot pole. It creates 90-degree angle there, and it's 10 foot high and 10 foot away. Can you please tell me how many degrees it would be up?
Now I know what you're saying. You're using a flat Earth plane, aren't you?
I'm using some poles, Brian. Poles.
To gain your other straight line. Because
you poles, Brian. Can you tell me? Okay, let me ask it in another way, using exactly the same words. Can you tell me if I've got a 10-foot pole away, and it's 10? Right, we lay a 10-foot pole down, and then at the end of the 10-foot pole, we put a 10-foot pole up. And we know that that's 90 degrees. We know that we're at one end of the 10-foot pole, and we know that the tip of the 10-foot pole is 10 foot high. So it's 10 and 10. Can you tell me how many fucking degrees it would be to look up at that point? Yes or no?
From your angle, you're working out from a flat baseline.
You don't even need a calculator.
No.
I'm not playing your game. I don't care what the fucking angle is. It's whether you can gain an angle from a curved surface.
It didn't mention a curve.
What is the question?
These are straight poles, Brian, and we've just made 90 degrees.
What is your baseline? What is your baseline?
The poles that are straight.
The pole that's straight, yes. So yes, you could gain an angle. Now,
so if it's 10-10, what is it?
Earth, however, when you shoot over a curved surface, you cannot gain an angle.
So, brilliant. Okay, so let's throw the curve out. So I've got these two fucking straight poles, and they're 10 foot by 10 foot. So it's 10 foot out and 10 foot up, and it's a 90 degree at that 10 foot away. What fucking angle would I use to look up at the tip of the fucking pole?
Jesus fucking Christ.
Good times.
Good stuff.
Oh my God. Please answer, please. You are British. Please.
At Earth, let's go to miles. 10 miles. You've got to...
Hey, let's change it.
I can't do it anymore.
Light years, 10 light years each.
I disown you.
Okay, Brian, let's hear Brian's example. Okay.
Right. I'm not interested in your games, StingRay. I don't give a fuck.
Stop playing games, StingRay. Come on. Get your shit together, bro.
You cannot get an angle with one of your fucking lines are curved. Can you, StingRay? You can't, can you?
I wasn't using curves, I was using straight poles, and they're both 10 foot.
What you're doing?
10, and it's 10.
Fortunately,
what is the angle when you look up?
What you're doing.
Well,
Your Earth has not
build
got
engineering stuff.
poles on it, has it?
Christ, it's dangerous.
Your Earth is a constant fucking curve that you can't get a straight line to form an angle from.
That is responsible for people's safety. I feel very concerned now.
Possible.
So 10-10, you're going to give me an angle?
10-10 till we do it again.
What about 100 or 100? Should we make it easy? 1-1.
90? Is it 90?
I'm interested in your games, mate. I don't give a flying fuck.
He doesn't.
Just giving a number, Brian. Just
You cannot
Brian, the
7.
level of missing education of your fucking mind.
If you want to fucking fantasize that you can, go ahead. But you're living in a fantasy.
Is it 7?
I think we've just demonstrated, Brian, that you are missing such a fundamental level of education. Everybody now sees why you think the Earth is fucking flat. Well done.
What level of education? There's no education fucking needed. You cannot get a fucking angle with a bent line. Easy as.
You never said they were bent lines.
I know, but they do on the fucking Earth.
Well, just go by his example.
Oh, if you want the answer, it's 45 degrees. Sorry.
Thank you. You've just read the side chat. Well done.
No, not even in the side chat.
It is.
I am not. Susan,
No,
are you in the
not.
side chat?
He's not. The benefit of the doubt.
It's just a triangle calculator.
He nailed it.
I'm
He
watching
nailed
that
it.
like around on a fucking wheel.
He nailed it.
Okay, so anyway, Brian, after that epic fucking 20 minutes of getting nowhere, do you remember what we were discussing? We were actually discussing. Please let me finish, Brian. 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 We were actually discussing a sun on a flat Earth. Now that we've established that if we have a distance and an elevation and an observation point, we can work out the actual elevation angle that we would need to fit the lens center of that fucking candle or that pole or whatever on a flat Earth. Fuck the curve, fuck the globe, flat Earth. Now, can you tell me at what height and what size a sun would have to be to get below the fucking ground on a flat Earth? Can you give me the distance and the size, please, so that the elevation can read negative half the radius? Oh, sorry. No, the radius. Negative radius.
Make your mind up.
Negative radius.
So, yeah, the only way we can get a measurement is by a flat baseline, which is what we live upon.
Okay, brilliant. So, given a flat baseline, and given, I'll tell you what, I'll make this easy. Let's say,
which means
I'm going to make this easy for you, Brian. I'm going to make this easy for you, Brian. Let's say the Earth, let's say the Sun doesn't have an angular size. I'm making it easy for you. Let's say it is such a small point. Wait a minute, I'm making it easy for you, Brian. It's such a small point. Yeah?
Interested. Understand this.
Okay, wait a minute. We're delving deep into flat Earth here, Brian.
Jansen, you're going to be muted, right? I am not fucking interested.
We're delving deep into flat Earth science here, Brian.
It's
epic breakthrough stuff.
Hold on,
So-
let me mute him.
Brian, you cannot mute him because then you're gonna. And I cannot, I cannot have you talking over him, unknowingly that he's talking or not. You gotta know if he's talking. You cannot mute him.
Just say you don't want to answer,
He's
Brian.
talking to you. He's talking with you. He's talking to you.
I'll turn
You
him
cannot
off.
mute him.
If his light comes on, I'll stop talking. But basically,
Yeah,
I'm not
better,
interested.
yeah. But he want to ask you questions, so you should be able to listen to him, Brian.
No, I don't
It's
want
not gonna work out.
He talks complete and utter fucking horseshit.
He's asking for clarification. You're not understanding what he's saying.
We rip
Because
him
you're not
and-
paying attention to anything he's saying, so he's asking for clarification, and
He's
you're not playing the game, Brian. You're playing a different game. The game that we're playing is having a discussion, a conversation between two people. You want to play the monologue game, and that's not a game we're playing, Brian. We want to play the discussion game, not the monologue game, bro.
Okay. What you got to remember, he's had a new one ripped so often now, his backside is starting to look like a colander. And he don't like it.
so
Because
Brian-
he thinks he's educated, where
I'm
what
not.
he's actually, he's indoctrinated with a complete load of fucking nonsense.
Oh,
like,
for fuck's sake, Brian, knock it off.
And so is fucking farmers. You've
I'm
all
asking
been
you- I'm asking you
brainwashed
for
to believe.
I wanna keep talking about the topic, not about people and just complaining and bitching.
Yeah, come on,
Let's not
Brian,
do that.
get with it for fuck's
Let's
sake.
talk about the
Act your
topic.
age
yeah.
for once.
Alright.
Right, I'm going bed now.
You're gonna rage quit? You just rage
No,
quit.
I'm just having your-
That's 100% bitch quit.
What time
Got
is
a
it?
question for you, Brian. Really quick.
Bitch made, Ryan. On rage quit.
No,
Yeah, I
it's
gotta-
true. They do not like having these fucking, and it's only common sense. If Earth is spinning at a rate that lifts water from its natural level position up 17 kilometers high, we must see effects of that all across the Earth. There would be no plumbob that ever read true. Crane jibs would hang at 45 fucking degrees.
That man's a raving loon.
And we don't see any of
lifted up 17 kilometres.
that. Just Google fucking equatorial bulge. It'll tell you what they
Oh,
say.
Just Google the shape of the Earth.
Oh no, he's googled the shape of the Earth and the equatorial bulge is 17 kilometres. So he thinks water's been lifted up. My God, I know you're dumb, but that's taking a piss.
Oh,
Do you want me to Google it now and see what
I know
this
exactly what you're talking about, and it's the difference in the Earth's diameter from pole to pole and around the equator. It's not actually a fucking bulge. It's not a step in the water 17 kilometres high.
It is distorted to the point. It is 34 kilometers wider at the equator.
Yes, yes.
You got a camel hump there,
And,
Brian.
and do you think that pilots are just flying along and go, shit, I've got to pull up over this 17 kilometre wall of water?
Like a camel hump.
I do not think that. I know if we had an
I
effect
know.
of water being moved 17 kilometers high, then we would see effects all over the Earth. We don't.
we?
Earth
Why?
is not fucking spinning.
Why? Why would we see
Why
effects
would
all over
we?
the Earth?
Why wouldn't we if water's being moved by them vast fucking amounts?
And what's moving the water?
Centrifugal force of the Earth.
Bram was
Yeah,
getting into talking about the sun and,
And then
flat
it should
Earth,
affect
so they can
everything
do a
on the Earth.
calculation and show us.
There's not only water going to be affected by centrifugal force, we would be affected. We would have to lean north if you're walking fucking west. You have to lean to the left if we're walking east.
No. Doesn't work like that, I'm afraid, Brian.
What would be swung fucking way off?
No. No.
Yes, it does work like that.
No, it doesn't.
It's your fucking ridiculous model that they've implanted into your brains that tells you it only affects water. Load of bollocks. Get on
Brian,
one
they,
of them fucking
they don't
road
think it works.
and
Brian, they say
check
it doesn't work like that, Brian. But you don't
and
allow
you're
them
not.
to explain why they say no.
Fine.
Because you're gonna
What's the
say, oh,
point?
they're
You
only
won't,
saying
you,
no. They only say
you
no,
won't
but
listen. He'll
you
just
don't
keep
let him.
talking over us anyway. So.
Yeah, you don't let him talk
Fine.
anymore.
You will get
What else can we
pinned
do?
to the wall of the fucking thing that rotates, and
You're gonna
water
be
will
burning
get
a stick,
pinned to the wall
farmer's
as
boy.
well.
Yeah, 15 degrees now. That'll really pin me to the wall.
Get in the program with Brian.
One
Come on.
of those airbound rides. I forget what it's called now, the centrifuge or something.
You
On one of
notice
them
how
fairground rides. See if it only affects water and nothing else.
you notice
If
how
you
when
find
Brian
it will
Brian,
affect everything.
StingRay tried to talk and you interrupted twice. You went quiet. StingRay started talking and you interrupted twice, Brian. Let's not do that.
Who's talking?
StingRay started talking twice. You interrupted him. Let's not do that.
Go on then, give him a minute. So I'll go and get to bed.
Not giving a minute. Let's discussion because he's gonna have question and clarification for you. Hopefully, you can listen to him.
Yeah, so Brian, if you can hear me, I know that you didn't want to answer the question, but on a flat Earth, let's throw away the globe. Let's just we're on a flat Earth. I'm with you so far.
Can't even hear
Now
me.
what we
He's turned you down, so he can't hear you anyway, StingRay. I just heard him tell Sue that.
okay, fair enough. Well, I can ask
I wouldn't waste your breath.
Scared little girl, an old man.
Yeah,
Scared little girl.
Scared little girl, Brian. That's StingRay's words for you. If you're a scared little girl, leave him muted. If you're a man, unmute him and talk to him.
No, I can't. I've got to go to bed anyway.
Because you're not a man. You're a scared little girl. All right. Shout out to Sue. Sue. Brian is a scared little girl. He doesn't want to hear. He doesn't want to talk to people.
He comes up with ridiculous fucking notions. Fucking ridiculous. Like a toy, comparing it to air. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. And this is the depths they've got to go to convince them of their fucking ridiculous model. Your model is fucking stupid.
Blah 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 blah
stupid.
Blah blah blah.
Brian, next time you come in to hang out with us, you gotta unmute everybody. You can mute it, all right? Because we know we cannot work like that. If we want to talk and be in a group discussion, you cannot have individuals that like talking muted. It doesn't work out. Yeah, this is not a flat earth circle jerk. We gotta be able to listen to everybody with the opposite view.
So you shut this door. I'm coming up now. You've got 8 planets or 9 planets, all perfectly in a flat plane, going around the sun.
No, they're not.
As near as.
Well, it's not perfect then, is it?
What's supporting them vertically? Why are they in this fucking flat plane? It's like they're all bobbing about in some sort of medium like water.
Where's the file when you need it?
The distance from the sun is okay. I'll give you the gravity. It's holding them at that given distance. But what's keeping them vertically in that position? There's nothing above them, nothing below them.
Oh Christ.
Why are they kept in a perfect fucking flat plane?
They're not. They're not perfectly flat, and they're not all aligned the same way. The axial tilt of the planets is all different.
And underneath us, and I mean the sun, and going all over the place. Why is that? Why is that not happening?
The same answer we gave you previously.
In their vertical axis, nothing.
Gravity.
The model is fucking ridiculous.
No, the model works just fine, thank you.
No, it doesn't.
Just because you don't understand it doesn't make it invalid.
You've got, I mean, do they weigh anything? Why are they floating around in nothing?
They're not floating.
Billions of tons.
Oh, fuck's sake. Go to bed, Brian. This is ridiculous.
You're
orbiting. They're not floating. They're not floating in nothing.
What are they floating in then?
They're not floating, for fuck's sake. How many times have I got...
What's keeping them in them positions then? Other than the gravity of the sun?
On the flat Earth, you're
vertically
fucking
and
deluded
horizontally,
imagination.
vertically. What's holding them there?
Fuck's sake.
On a
We
flat
hear you,
Earth, Brian,
StingRay.
your
And
deluded
it's not
imagination
until
is doing it.
you step back from your implanted fucking
There you
fantasy.
go.
Blah, blah.
You were
And
told by
then
StingRay, Brian. You were told by
see
StingRay. You
what
were
they
told by
do.
StingRay the answer to all your questions.
Right, that's it for me now.
All right.
Good night, all. Sleep tight.
Thank you, Brian, for coming.
No
Next
problem.
time you come in, you gotta unmute StingRay and unmute the others, man, for the next time. All right?
Oh,
We'll
I'll
start
unmute.
fresh.
I'll unmute him now.
Yeah. We'll start fresh next time.
Okay.
Thank you, brother.
I've got an important question for you next time, Brian, and hopefully you can answer it.
Don't be a stranger, man. You haven't been here for what?
No, it's because you do it. I have to get to bed early because I've got a driver off till the end of April, so
Right.
I've got to get to bed at 7.
Hey, and Wednesday in 2 days is my birthday. Be here so you can sing me the happy birthday.
What time are you going on?
Around the same time today.
That'll be all right. That'll be all right.
Yeah.
All right. See you, mate.
See ya.
Earth's not a globe.
Boom. There you go.
I absolutely think that every single person here, when Brian's on, needs to get off this fucking globe train and try and understand the flat Earth with Brian. I really think that would be beneficial.
I'm really not in any hurry to have some sort of serious brain injury, thank you. Oh, like
we can ask him simple questions like, how high is the object that makes it disappear below the horizon? How far away would it need to be? It's a really simple question.
That was fun festivities MoonDay today, man. Thank you, StingRay. Always, man.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Am I too late?
That's it. Yeah, go for it. I'll stay another 10-15 minutes. Talk about yourself.
Well, I mean, normally I would have a conversation with a flat earther about what they're thinking is going
Brian
on.
Brian was here, but he was in preachy mode, and he started muting people and stuff. So yeah, he left.
All right.
Yeah, I really wanted to ask him too, because when we were talking about angles on the globe, and I've had a question I cannot get an answer from any flat earther. Does that baseline need to be a physical line? I wanted to ask him that, but he left. So
yeah, well,
maybe next time.
I think Abbott at least acknowledges that there are two lines of sight that they're using, and that it's not the surface of the Earth necessarily. But there are plenty of flat earthers you will find that do not allow for that kind of rational thought.
All right. Well, there was a poll in the chat box. Let me run that up and see what the results are. All right. Winning. Who's winning on the poll? Who was winning on the past 1 hour of the show? About an hour. We only have 30 votes. There was up to 48 people watching at a point, but we only had 30 votes. Who's winning? Well, nobody won with 43%, almost half of the people. In second place, StingRay won. In third place, we are winning. And then in last place, Brian won. We only 3%, probably one vote just for him. He voted for himself, one vote.
Oh dear.
But 3% of 30 is indeed one vote.
Yeah, one vote. With 3% of 30 votes, that's one vote for him. And 33%, that is StingRay, probably about 10 or 11 votes. StingRay, and nobody was the highest votes. But between StingRay and Brian, big up for StingRay for winning that. That was fun. That was funny.
Oh, check your pee-pee.
Check your pee-pee.
Check your pee-pee.
Yeah, I had a pee-pee earlier, like $6 by, who was that? Quantum Chicken, I think the name was.
Buddy jingling your pee-pee.
Yeah, let me see who tingled my pee-pee over here. No, nothing came.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
Refresh. Let me close the window.
Really? I sent something through.
It's on UK time.
Yeah, probably he's traveling via the ether. Nothing is reflected. Nothing reflected yet.
Speed of light is slower over there in the UK.
Yeah, it's probably in UK time. It's nothing through yet. Balanced Truth says the thickness of a sphere is 0. Does that make sense to you?
If he wants to get into the actual mathematical description of a sphere and not a ball, because they do distinguish between the two, a sphere is a surface, and a surface has no thickness.
There you go. Holy Extra J with a big $50 super chat. Yo, Extra J, thank you so much, man. Some more for the binoculars and solar filter. Fun show. Haven't heard Angry Mabbit in a while. Haven't had him. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, and I gotta buy me actually the solar filter, you know? So, thank you so much, man. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
The man. Nothing yet, Farmer Boy?
Yeah, I'm having another go. I don't know. I didn't go through before. Fuck it. Right. That's just
But
gone.
did it, I mean, was it, there you go, now something.
There you go.
I hear a notification, so I'll...
Yeah, so did I.
There you go. Thank you, Jose. Fun times, dude. Farmers, thank you so much, man.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to the earlier one.
$30, bro.
Well, you know.
Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate it.
That's quite all right.
Big time. But it didn't discount it from your bank, right? It just didn't go through.
No, I just went into my PayPal account, and that first one just doesn't exist. So.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah.
Whatever.
All right. Hey, thank you, brother.
That's technology for
Had
you.
a dude in the beginning.
It refracted past the vanishing point.
Ah, that'll be it then.
Brian is something else, man. When he come in that mood. And that, I think, because Sue wasn't there in the beginning. Now, when she arrived, he calmed down right at the end. Yeah,
Hello from China.
Lubo.
It's Lubo.
Maybe Balanced Truth wants to join. He's in the chat. Have some fun.
Balance, you want to come over? If so...
You know, funny when you talk about the bulge, the picture of the Jupiter I have on my screen, my profile picture. Jupiter has got a huge bulge because of its rotation. It's rotating twice our day. So it's got the biggest bulge in the solar system actually from the planets. And the sun, because it rotates once in 20 days, and the gravity is so strong, it's got like 10-kilometer bulge. It's one of the roundest objects in the solar system actually.
Really? Because it rotates really slow, so there's no bulge.
And the gravity is also very strong.
Do you say gravity on Earth is weak?
No, actually, from the smallest planets, I think we got the biggest gravity because what's it called? Density of Earth is the biggest from all planets in solar system.
So
we got the biggest density.
Compared to the density of Earth, I'm very light. I'm like barely nothing. Why don't I just float away?
Because of the gravity.
Then why do like little dandelions float away and gravity is not like grabbing it? And
You
hot
know the answer.
Smoke and helium and all that shit.
Yeah, I think your flip-flopping is not as good as true flat earth, you know.
Butterflies can fly away, and they're
You know, the funniest thing that I heard from flat earthers was saying about the butterflies. One time I've been in a shopping mall in China, and they released the butterflies, like live butterflies, in the shopping mall. But when they got in the shopping mall, half of them died. So when they released them in the air, half of them like flew away, and half of them just dropped dead on the ground.
It was contaminated air they were breathing.
They brought them in the boxes, so I guess they probably dried up, or I don't know. Maybe it was too hard to transport.
Man. Well, when you put a fish out of the water, it will like not swim. You put a butterfly inside a mold with contaminated air, they're not gonna fly.
They were dead. They tried to throw them in the air, you know, and all of them fell on the ground dead.
No,
Funny.
no, man. You put a bird underwater, it's not gonna fly.
Yeah.
Can a bird fly underwater? Sorry, go ahead. Go ahead, Doofus.
Oh,
Some of them they do.
I was gonna ask Lubo. Hey, you got some calculus knowledge?
Well, I've been to university, but I didn't finish university. The calculus was the problem. I chosen wrong middle school, basically.
Oh.
I have chosen the profession middle school because I knew already what I wanted to be. I wanted to be like engineer, civil engineering. So I went for the middle school with the focus on civil engineering. And they didn't teach calculus. And in a high middle school, I knew the other children, the other people, they learned that. When I came to university, I had a big problem in math. But I understand a little bit, like I know like x squared, the derivative of x squared, little bit. But I'm not really into like the details, like details of calculus.
Are you familiar with the concept of a gradient, by any chance? At least as it applies to math?
Gradients like a linear relationship, or?
Well, it doesn't have to be. I mean, it's basically, well, you'd have to know what a vector field if I was going to use that explanation. Sorry, yeah, never mind. I guess it's not a good topic. Sorry.
You're
not very.
Farmers, come on.
Not...
Sorry, I was watching you on YouTube.
Yeah, not very skilled at like calculus. I didn't learn calculus, but I'm thinking maybe when my son will learn it, I will learn it along with him. I don't know. We'll see.
Well, the reason I brought it up is because I had a concave earther I was talking to today, where so a gradient is basically if you got a 2D function, it's got two input variables or two dependent variables. The result is basically at any of those points a vector, a direction, and over that you can do some math and get a gradient in value. Now that gradient is continuous. There's no discrete portions of one value next to discrete portions of another value where there's a boundary in between. The reason why this is important is because we were discussing refraction in air, which is a gradient, not discrete layers. Right? And he made the assertion that that in order for refraction to occur, there must be a boundary somewhere. I said, no, there's a gradient. A gradient has no boundaries in it. By definition, there are no boundaries. It's a smooth, continuous change, and refraction does occur in a gradient. And now they've arrived at the position that a gradient must have boundaries in it, antithetical to the definition. It's great. It's wonderful.
I see. If it would have boundary, the refraction will cause it to bend sharply. It will make an angle, sudden angles, but there's a gradient, so it should be round, basically. The refraction is round. It's not sharp like when there is.
It's a gentle curve.
Gradient. Yeah. They don't understand that.
They didn't get that.
They don't understand many things. Like what's the angle between in a triangle with the side one and one of the angles is 90 degrees.
60.
Well, I I gotta take off,
No, I
everybody.
mean-
I got some projects to work on and bike rides to go on and video game shelves to make, and I need to do my video on Brian's logic. I gotta get that one done.
Get it done, man, and we'll share it whenever you get it done.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for your support, for being here. And do you like the squeaky moon that I got there now?
Yeah, that was quick. Just like that. Oh, got it right there.
It doesn't squeak, but it looks. You got the looks.
Yeah, put a little water on the pivots and let it rust, and then it should
Dude,
squeak.
it couldn't be more rusty than it is. Let me before you go, just give me 30 seconds. I'll show it to you over here in the camera. You probably have seen it, but it couldn't be more. Oh fuck, the camera right here. It couldn't be rustier than it is. Look at that. It just doesn't. It just doesn't sound. Look at that. From close. Look at this. Look at that. It couldn't be rustier than it is. It just doesn't. It rumbles, doesn't sound. I need to do an adjustment in here somewhere, but it doesn't have the sound. It's all good. It looks good. All right, thank you, Extra J. I appreciate it, brother. And whenever you put content or whatever, and anytime that I'm here, you're welcome to come in and join us.
Yep. All right, later all.
You're looking out, man.
Later.
Cheers.
Let's do some final thoughts. Get out of here. Wrap it up for the day. Do Fist, you came in late, but give us some final thoughts, man.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward for me to figure out that the Earth isn't flat. I can find out that the common observation involves that distant objects being obstructed by the surface of the Earth, and the common arrangement of the atmosphere is such that looming would occur, which means it can't be flat, but flat earthers still exist, largely because they got into this without using logic. That's where we're at.
Thank you very much. Back in the day when I heard that, somebody say, "Why do flat earthers exist?" I said, like, "Yo, that's crazy. That's like a person wanting every flat earther to die or not be living anymore." But I understand the concept now. It doesn't mean like you want all the flat earthers. That is just like, why do they exist? Like, it's just a lack of education and misunderstandings and all that kind of shit, denial. But it used to piss me off, that question, why do flat earthers exist? I said, well, why do mechanics exist? Why do religious people exist? You want them all to die or disappear or something? No. I mean, it is what it is. Farmer's Boy, final thoughts.
Well, that was just like the good old days, wasn't it, eh?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The good old times.
Yeah, thank you very much for that as well. Just sheer luck that Mr. Mabbit came along and stupid at us. Very good of him. Thank you. It's I just words fail me. So yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah, between the annoyance and angry people that talk and shout and interrupt, Brian, I can deal with Brian. It's different with Gary for some reason when Gary does it.
I know what you mean.
Thank you, Farmers. I appreciate it, brother.
Hey, thank you.
Lubo, final thoughts, man.
Well, I came late, but I came at the best part. I had fun listening to him. To Brian, how he couldn't figure our 45-degree angle. That was funny. Anyway, good show. It always comes in the wrong time for me because as what time did you start? Like it was like 2 o'clock in my time.
It's like 1 p.m. like 1 p.m. my time. Yeah, it's almost 4 p.m. now.
Yeah, I see. And my strongest sleep, but I woke up just for your show.
Yeah. So what time is it for you again? What time?
Right now, 3:30.
In the morning?
Yep.
Oh yeah, that's rough.
So going back to sleep soon. Nice to talk to you guys anyway. And see you.
All right. Thank you, man. Yeah. So if I do one day a show at 9 or 10 p.m., that'll be perfect for you early in the morning.
Oh, well, if it's not working day for me.
Well, yeah, probably working for you.
So it's not bad, actually.
I am doing it at like 6 in the morning, so you can be nighttime. I ain't doing it.
But yeah, that would be great, actually. Especially for
Yeah, I
Australians
bet it is.
and Chinese, yeah.
All right, thank you, brother. And Nestle Wipes, if you are there, give us some final thought. Uh-oh.
Oh.
He was going to... There you go. Yeah, you pressed the wrong button.
I pushed the wrong button. Duh. Yeah, wow. It's been a while since I heard Brian. But yeah, just listening to him talk, I thought he was going to explode, you know? He needs to shift gears. Like, you know, he was revving up really high there. It's just like, what the hell?
It's hard to watch and to listen to sometimes.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, man, for coming in, hanging out with us, and always for your support too, man. All right. Let's do one of these squeaky earth, and let's get out of here. Point the microphone here so better. I want to thank everybody for coming. Make sure to press all the buttons of all the kind of sorts down there. Leave a comment in the comment section. We'll be back tomorrow. One more day. Tomorrow, Tuesday. No, on Wednesday is my birthday. Hopefully, we can see you over here. I want to hear happy birthday sang in different languages. And we'll just hang out just as every other day. Hopefully, we got some good derp that day. Thank you very much. Jose JG out. This is the Squeaky Moon. And we got the Squeaky Earth. Here we go.